Stephen, it looked like from the start, the defensive energy was up tonight. What do you credit? How do you account for the defense you guys played, especially the first half of the game?
We remember they came out and when we were in LA a couple weeks ago, and obviously for us it was a sense of urgency. Understand to give ourselves a chance to get out of this hole and get a win, and remember what that feels like. Our defensive energy and presence needed to be there, and besides, like that 6-minute stretch in the fourth quarter is a really solid effort out there. Everybody's on the string, making multiple efforts, being physical. And then that, you see how it leads to easy offense when you can push the ball and you're not having to take it out of the basket every play or giving them easy free throws. So that's how you draw it up in terms of Warrior basketball on both ends of the floor. We just got to try to build that and keep putting games together.
How much of it do you think was physicality, and how much of it do you think was just awareness of who you were playing and what you need to do to guard certain guys?
It was all of that. And getting sick and tired of losing.
How did the conversation come about to go back to pretty much your old rotation pattern, and what do you think that does?
What game was it, LA? Coach texted me, I was on the bus on the way to the game and said, hey, I think we should go back to all rotation. I said, yes, sir.
Where did you?
That literally is how it went down.
How happy were you when you saw the text?
No one overblow. Like I knew, like we've always talked about, at a certain point when we were finishing the year, that was going to be the way to go, especially with Klay back and options to figure out how to keep our second unit cohesive. So just a matter of when, and hopefully give us a good, scope of games to, for everybody to be comfortable, because it helps me to obviously know, get a rhythm and get into the game. It helps the second unit know that you're going to have a certain stretch of time, know certain calls and sets, and hopefully get some chemistry with that group. So we'll see.
Kerr mentioned that they like you, Klay, and Jordan together. There's proof that works. I hadn't really seen it a lot, but has there been kind of a conversation to get that group out there more often?
Not with us. It's like obviously there's been a lot of different combinations of guys, and I don't know what the numbers say in terms of us three out there and whoever the other two are, but you just, as long as we're making the right play, being aggressive and letting the game come to us, there's enough shooting and playmaking, and that we can work off each other really well. You just got to make shots, obviously, and then you got to do it on the defensive end, and we can push the pace too, because you got Klay running the wing, me or Jordan bringing it up. You kind of pick your poison type vibe, but you got to get enough stops to be able to make teams pay for that. So tonight was a good night, I guess, with our stretch of minutes.
Steph, how much can a fun pregame like that with Will Ferrell taking the court and surprising you guys kind of just lift the mood, lighten the spirit?
It can go either way.
Okay, it looked fun.
It was fun. I'm glad we took advantage of it, but we lost like 4 or 5 straight, and you add that to the mix, get a little distracted. But I think we fed off the energy. I was actually surprised how well his form. He actually had some good rotation on the ball and endless energy. I don't know how. I saw him come out. Thought it was just going to be a couple minutes of just messing around, but he really gave it a full, warm-up session. Was out there doing everything. He gave us a riveting speech before the game in our team meeting. So it was good vibes. He's obviously hilarious, so he brought it today.
You tried your little dribble routine.
The 2-ball? It's not for everybody.
Kerr said that Klay is requested to defend the best perimeter player, like, he has certainly in the past. I don't know if you knew that, you heard that, but I'm sure that doesn't surprise you that Klay, I think his pride is a little bit up right now, maybe. Do you sense that?
Yeah, that's the nature of like a competitive beast that he is, and the high expectations he has for himself. Like, even after a game like tonight, he's still talking about his shot. I'm like, yo, it's gonna come. Just keep being aggressive. As your Klay Thompson, don't ever forget that. And I guess that goes to both ends of the ball. Just you want to maybe that challenge will get him locked in a little bit. To start games and give him something to look forward to outside of just trying to put the ball in the basket. So. It's a great sign that I guess his body feels good enough coming off the extended break he's had to take on that challenge. He's obviously more than capable, so it's good to know he's thinking like that.
You closed tonight with Moody and Kuminga on the floor, and Poole. Can you feel that kind of collective emerging into, I guess, bigger factors late in the season?
I mean, yes and no. Like, we obviously have two guys that are huge parts of what we do with Draymond and Andre, that if they're healthy, they're going to be out there. And you have a lot of confidence that we can win at the highest level with those two guys, but you have to have a collective of 9, 10, 11 guys that go into a playoffs and feel like you can throw them out there at any point and they can contribute. So as much experience as they can get, as much confidence as those three guys can have, and just an understanding of what it's going to take to win. When it matters, you hope you can count on that, whatever the situation is or whatever they're asked to do. So that'll materialize as we go through the rest of the season.
It sounds like